Hello everyone, it's Red with Red Dragon Leo. It is January the 2nd, 2012. Happy New Year everyone. This is a very long post. I haven't done a post in a while. Been very busy with some other things. I really didn't take 2 weeks off. I only took 2 weeks off from posting new post here on the blog. I was actually working on a lot of other sites that I'm doing that have nothing to do with the stock market. So I did stay very, very busy. But anyway, I decided I'd write a very long post this time around, kind of get everybody up to date, kind of let you know what's going on here with Lindsey Williams and Ben Fulford, and got some new information about them, about what's going on. As many of you have probably heard Lindsey Williams saying over the last couple of videos that he's done, he believes 2012 will be the beginning of the end for the Illuminati gangsters. Of course, he calls them the New World Order. Little tongue twister there. And I just call them the gangster thugs, murdering rapists, Satanists, pigs. That's what I call them. But everybody's got a right to call them what they want. But anyway, they do go out there and put some codes, some messages out there to tell us sheep what they're going to do to us. And the most recent one here that has been on the internet that people have been talking about here is a picture of the White House, and there's a circle, and you know, we can click on it here to give you a big picture of it. But basically the White House puts out Christmas cards every year, of course, to people who get on their mailing list, etc. And the latest Christmas card has a UFO in the background in the picture. And, you know, are they trying to tell us that disclosure is coming? Considering everything that Lindsey Williams has told us that he has got from his elite friends that are gangsters, and that they are dying, or at least they're in their last few years. They might not be on their deathbed, but they should, you know, one of them was 87 years old. So, you know, they're trying to save their souls, or they're telling everything that's going to happen, because they know they have think tanks that say that something on a spiritual nature is going to happen this year, this coming 2012. They don't know what, but it is big. Lindsey believes it is the end of the Illuminati, or end of the New World Order, which I believe that's exactly what it is. I believe we still do have these good aliens that are out there that are helping us, that are stopping this World War III that Bush and Cheney and Clinton and Kissinger and Rockefeller, that they're all trying to start this, Rumsfeld, they're all trying to start this World War III to, you know, enslave us more, and it is not happening for them. They have been stopped many times. Will they succeed on it? I don't know. You know, they're going to probably go out with a bang. They are gangsters after all, and they don't want to lose what they've got. They've had us sheep brainwashed for hundreds, if not thousands of years. And so it is very likely that they will try to stage another 9/11 type event. That's just my opinion, but it would make sense. Something that will give them the ability to go to war with Iran. Yeah, I know they're trying to get Iran to start the war first, according to Lindsey. They're trying to get Iran to do the first strike. The drones that were, the U.S. plane drones that were, you know, which are basically a small plane that's remote control flown, that doesn't have a pilot or anything like that, that crashed over in Iran. According to Ben Fulford and David Wilcox, they were shot down by good aliens. I think it was David Wilcox that said that. I have to, don't quote me on that, but I'd read it somewhere where maybe it was Ben Fulford that was saying that. It wasn't Ben Fulford. It had to have been David Wilcox, because Ben doesn't usually talk about aliens, even though he knows they're there. So anyway, Lindsey, you know, on the other hand, he didn't really have any opinion upon that I seen. But it does make you wonder if that is the case, if it was shot down by good aliens, or if on the other hand, the U.S. actually just crashed it on purpose to let Iran get it, just to, irritate them and agitate them, to get them ready to go and retaliate and to make the first strike. So, you really don't know what the real story is there on that. But anyway, they are trying. The bottom line is these gangsters in the White House are trying to do what they can to start war with Iran. And as Lindsey said, they got it planned this year sometime. He kind of thinks September, October is a good time frame, because then they'll be able to get their puppet Obama in for the next term, because apparently, according to history, no sitting president has ever not got reelected during a time of war. So, and they apparently got Obama doing what they want him to do. So, they got him brainwashed. I believe Obama's the product of Illuminati brainwashing from a kid. I don't know if he's a reptilian shapeshifter like Bush is, and probably Rockefeller and all those others. Clinton, certainly, and because Hillary sure is one ugly looking bitch from hell. Anyway, sorry. You get my point. So, I don't know about that, about Obama, but, there's signs pointing to him being reptilian too, but I don't know. Whatever, he's definitely mind-controlled puppet that needs to go. I still feel our only hope for this country is to get Ron Paul in there. I know some people say that he's an Illuminati as well, and well, I'll only say that there are good people, I believe, in the Illuminati that really don't know what it's all about, and I'm sure half of Hollywood stars are that way. They have no clue what they joined was a gangster organization, and that they're doing ritual sacrifices and killing and murdering children and raping them and eating them like vampires. It's where the term vampires came from, folks. Yes, they're real. So anyway, Lindsey doesn't go into that. He only says that he was told by his elite gangster friend that is trying to come clean and save his soul that to go back and look at a speech that was done in 2002 by Ben Bernanke. And in this speech, Ben Bernanke goes over 5 things he would do if he was to become the Fed chief. Back then he was only a Fed governor. So this is that very speech that was on November 21st, 2002. He goes over, it's a big long speech here, obviously. If you want to read it, you can. It's summarized here, basically, the points that he basically said, which was a striking example from U.S. history is Franklin Roosevelt's 40% devaluation of the dollar against the gold in 1933 to 34, enforced by a program of gold purchases and domestic money creation. Basically, Roosevelt tricked the public into turning in their $20 gold coins at the bank for paper dollars, and then several months later he declared a bank holiday and shut down the banks, and then overnight revalued the dollar at 40% less. Of course, when the banks finally opened, people were extremely upset and outraged that they'd been robbed, because now they take that $20 gold piece, or in order to get back that $20 gold piece, it would cost them $35 to purchase it back to get the same $20 gold piece. That's what they got planned for this year. That's what Ben Bernanke is going to do. He has already done all 4 of these, folks. He says, if I'm ever faced with a depression, I will lower the interest rates to 0. Well, what are they at 0.02 or 0.03? They're basically 0. He will buy securities back from the bank to expand the federal balance sheets. He's already done that. They're already buying back the bonds, because China won't buy them, the treasury bonds. He will increase the money supply. Of course, he's done that. We know that the printing machine is running full speed always. I'll buy our country's debt. Well, I just said that with the bonds. The buy securities from the banks, I believe it's talking basically about buying companies up. which like they did, General Motors, for example. And this would be buying bonds, buy or run country's debt. So he's done 4 of these already. The next one is to devalue the dollar by 40%. So the crash is coming, folks. It's going to be a crash of the dollar. What I'm looking for people to do here is to keep an eye up on the volume charts of the dollar and look for large short positions that are initiated on a Thursday or Friday, probably going into a weekend, as some insiders get word that the crash is going to happen that weekend. We all got to get together, keep our eyes on the volume charts of the UUP, the dollar, gold as well, because that would obviously shoot up overnight. Oil, obviously, I guess it's going to shoot up overnight as well, simply because of the value of the dollar. It's going to take more dollars to buy the same barrel of oil. So that's probably what they're going to do there, to shoot it up overnight. The market, it's very puzzling to me when I think about this logically. If it takes more money to buy it, then wouldn't the actual value be more? If they devalue the dollar 40%, wouldn't it actually be more? But then on the other hand, no, it would cause it to crash 40%. So I'm not sure how they're going to reevaluate the stocks on this. So I don't really know. I mean, that is a tough one to try to figure out. Obviously, the cost to buy the stock will be different because of the devaluation of the dollar. So does that mean that the stock will go down 40%? Or what? I'm not sure if some of you people that are more intelligent than me can figure out how that's going to affect the actual stock price. You can tell me, but I'll be looking more for a short on the dollar, to short the dollar. That's what I would be looking for, and not even pay attention to the market. I mean, I'll pay attention to it, but I mean, my thoughts are it's going to crash, but I just don't know how that's going to work out. But anyway. There's 3 new updates also here that I put in here. I've been busy. Ben Fulford's put his updates there, and it's pretty much a lot of the same thing that's going on. There is talk that Citibank, J.P. Morgan, and Bank of America are doomed entities, that they will crash, that they will be worthless because they're not going to be able to survive. Now, Lindsey Williams says differently, that Goldman Sachs will survive and make it through here. But Lindsey Williams is talking to a gangster who believes that they're going to continue to win all the time. And Ben Fulford is confident that the White Dragon Society, which again is made up of, I think now it's over 100 and some countries right now that have joined together. It was 57 countries. Now it's up over 100 countries that have joined together as a group to fight these New World Order Illuminati pigs, which I pretty much listed right here, the Satanist cabal members. So, and he says there's the first historic trades within a new financial system is taking place, and that there's a fundamental split in the ranks among the families that own the large banks, that own the Federal Reserve. So they still do not plan to go out quietly in the night. Yeah, well, we know that from Lindsey. They're going to try to stage World War III and crash the market, most likely. At least it's certainly going to crash the dollar. And it said that sources told the White Dragon Society that George Bush Sr. is no longer their leader, and that their group supports the White Dragon's plan to end poverty and stop their environmental destruction. You don't know how much of this is true, how much of this is not. I'll let you read it to make up your own mind on that, and go from there. I'm going to continue this video here in a part 2, because I'm no longer able to do videos longer than 15 minutes right now. YouTube has slapped me in the face, so I have to cut these down to 15-minute increments. The second video, I'll go over some of the charts here mainly, but I did want to get this out here to you about what is going on here, and that the dollar is planned to get a 40% haircut overnight. We all have to get together, keep our eyes on the dollar chart, the gold chart, etc., to see if any large put positions are taken on that, or calls on the gold. Okay, I'm out of time. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.